Hello and welcome to the Clever Fox YouTube channel. My name is Ilysse and today we are going to be planning in my Clever Fox Planner Pro 2nd edition, and today's video is all about goals. I am going to take a look back with you at my Q1 goals for 2024, so the goals for January, February, and March, and we are going to talk about where things went right and where things went wrong and why, and how I'm taking those lessons and revamping my goals moving into Q2 as we approach April. So if you love goal setting videos and you want to learn a little bit more about goal setting, make sure that you watch this whole video so you don't miss any of the goal setting tips and tricks that I'm sharing today. And make sure you are subscribed to our channel with that notification bell turned on so that you get notified each time we post a new video. Let's dive right into this planner. Okay, so if you remember, we did spend some time earlier in the year going through my annual goals in all different life categories, and then I went through and set 3-month goals from January through March. And real life, not all of these happened. Life sometimes changes, things get in the way, things aren't prioritized. So let's go through and talk about these. My first goal in my health category was to meal prep every week and do 50 workouts. It didn't happen. I have meal prepped for most of February and March, and that has been really good, but 50 workouts did not happen. I did not prioritize exercise. I don't even think I made it to 25 workouts, and so we are going to try again. Unfortunately, cash envelopes also did not happen. I had this grand plan this year of really I don't want to say getting my finances in order, because my finances are definitely in order. I prioritize that daily. However, I have not developed a cash envelope system for 2024 yet. One thing that I should mention is I've had this very large project I've been working on from December through mid-March, and as a result, a lot of other things fell behind. So when I was thinking about what 2024 would look like for me, much of that was going to be after March. I feel like my 2024 was focused more on quarters 2 through 4 versus Q1 because I knew how much time this was going to take. 2 friend plans and 2 family plans per month. Friend plans definitely happened. Family plans didn't. My family traveled a lot. My project took a lot of my time. And then I also have been dating someone since January, and of course that's going to take more time. So the great thing is that I've been able to introduce this person to some of my friends, so that has made more friend plans, but it's not quite in the situation yet to introduce family. However, I did have definitely one family day in February because I spent Valentine's Day with my niece and nephew. We had a family day in March, had a really special event at Yankee Stadium with my nephew's football club, soccer club. And so it is happening. It just hasn't happened as much as I would typically have liked for it to. My goal number 4 was travel once per month. This was not a vacation travel. This was just going to be getting out and doing new things, and that has definitely happened. Some of it has happened as a result of dating. The person that I'm dating lives in a different city than I do, so that has just resulted in more adventures and doing fun things. Like we've gone to a hockey game, I've gone rollerblading, I've gone to a trivia night, just really fun things that are kind of out of my norm. And that was my goal, get out and have more fun. It didn't matter where I was going. I just wanted to get out and have more fun. And I've definitely been doing that. Goal number 5 was to read 10 knowledge books. I have them listed here. I read 5. I read 5 knowledge books, but as a total so far this year, I have read 31 books. So I've been reading, just not as many knowledge books as I would want to. So as we look at this and I kind of see where things fell off and what areas I want to focus on, some of these are going to be carried into Q2. Some of them we are going with entirely new categories. So let's set some Q2 goals. The categories I'm not going to be bringing into these 3-month goals are the reading 10 knowledge books, traveling more, and family and friend plans, because the knowledge books are just going to happen as I start to build my to be read list for quarter 2, the family and friends plans are going to happen very naturally as we now hit spring weather and not everyone is stuck inside all of the time and the sun is out longer. Those will definitely be happening. And the traveling more, like I said, is happening again organically because of now, dating and doing more and going out and doing more activities. I already have a trip planned for April. I'm going to Texas. And so then it's really just May and June to take care of. So the first goal that we are going to revisit, because I did not succeed with this goal fully in quarter 1, is my health. So we're going to write focus on health. Make exercise a priority again. I have in the past made exercise a priority. I just have to do it again. And then be mindful of food choices. Now, when I say this, anyone who has started dating someone knows that you tend to go out to eat a lot, and I tend to be excited about what I'm ordering, and I want to order all of the delicious food. And for me, it just means making a little bit better decisions. So for example, recently I was out to dinner and the burger looked so good, so I ordered a burger, but I ordered it without the bun because the meat, and I got it with Swiss cheese and mushrooms and French fries. That was enough. I didn't necessarily need to have the bun and that extra bread. I'd rather save that extra bread for when I'm eating pizza. So things like that, of just making better decisions when it comes to food choices. I can still enjoy, I can still indulge. I just don't have to always do the extra type of things. So why I want it is to have more energy and feel confident in my skin. We are going to do the same reward as last time because I still want to be able to buy myself new bathing suits once summer comes. So the reward is new bathing suits. Okay, now we are going to also do a little bit of mind map listing. So I'm going to write exercise here, and we're going to write set my alarm 30 minutes earlier on weekdays. I have the most success when I focus on exercising in the morning because that's when I have the most energy. As my work day starts, things get really crazy. I get really exhausted by like 7 p.m. And this way also, if I have plans after work, I have my exercise out of the way. And then I'm also going to write, decide if I want to continue HelloFresh. I've been doing HelloFresh for a long time now, maybe like 4 or 5 months, and I really like it. But now that I've gotten better at my cooking skills, I don't know if I necessarily need a delivery service like that where they deliver the ingredients and you cook. It's not that they deliver a fully prepared meal and you heat it up. I don't love those kinds because I feel like they never taste great when I heat them up. But when I have the ingredients delivered, I love it. Part of that also means that I have to spend more time or dedicate time to making a list and going grocery shopping and all that jazz. So this is where I'm going to focus on my health. This is also kind of a finance decision. So goal number 2 is going to be finally set up cash envelopes and make a car decision. And I'll get to that shortly. Why I want it is I feel like this is, we'll just cross that out, is the final missing piece of my finances. And reward, if achieved, sometimes the reward is it won't be hanging over me, because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Of course, the other reward, if achieved, is that I will have my cash envelopes all set up and that will be done. So I know what I need to do about the cash envelopes because we already made a list of the different categories, but we can redo that list over here, especially now that things are changing a little bit for me. So my cash envelope categories would be groceries, dining out, which I am doing more, gas, which I'll be using much more gas in the coming months as my niece and nephew's spring sports kick off, and I tend to drive to as many of those games as I can. We'll do miscellaneous and manicures. And then I'm also going to do parking. As I go on more adventures, I tend to experience going to more places where I have to pay for parking, and having that set for myself is going to be really helpful. So the next thing I need to decide is, do I want to buy my car. This isn't necessarily something to mind map. This is something for me to think about. So my car lease ends at the end of April, and I have to decide whether I want to buy my car, whether I want to lease a new car, or I guess buy a different car, which won't be. So it's really between those two decisions. I originally thought I was definitely going to buy my car. I will be buying it right out. I won't be financing it, but I'm kind of going back and forth because I owned a car for 10 years and I said I would never own a car again because as a car gets older, things break. When a car is leased, it is still usually mostly everything that breaks will be under warranty for those 3 years. So I think that my decision is going to really come down to whether I want to have my car for a long time or I'd like something newer, because I think price-wise they'd be the same. Also, if we're just gonna dive deep into the finances about it, the money I have to buy the car, if I choose to lease another one, I can take that money and invest it and have my money grow. Or I can buy the car and then have the money that I was paying each month for my car lease payment can go towards investment. So it's really a 50-50 decision. The more I talk about it, the more I think about it. There's really no wrong answer. It just has to be what the right answer is for me. So that's where we are with finances. Work. So we'll write and then we'll talk through it. Decide what I want the rest of 2024 to look like now. So as I mentioned, I had a really big project that I was working on and I couldn't really think of anything besides that project for a while. I couldn't focus any time or energy on it. And now that this project is finished, it's time to decide what I want the rest of the year to look like with work. I have the time to build my business. Reward if achieved, a sense of accomplishment. Not that I wouldn't feel accomplished if I don't fully map out the rest of the year, because things happen, opportunities come, business changes, but this would definitely be a good sense of accomplishment. So with work, look back at previous goals and see where I left off. What does my dream work scenario look like? So probably spending a few hours or even a few days, a little bit at a time, thinking about, okay, before this big project came onto my plate, what did I envision for this year? What have I envisioned in the past and maybe said, that's a someday project, that's not a today project. What do I want that to look like for me? Okay, next goal is going to be nurture. I see these two colors look similar, but this one's pink, this one's red. This growing relationship. I haven't been in a relationship in 4 years, and I don't think I'm technically in a relationship now. Those labels don't necessarily matter to me. However, I am spending a lot of time with someone that I care very much about, and I'm enjoying seeing where this goes. And because I haven't been in a relationship in 4 years, my life is very different now than it was 4 years ago. So the biggest challenge for me, aside from allowing myself to open up my heart to someone, has been my time. I work a lot. I work pretty much 2 full-time jobs. It felt like 3 while I was doing that big project. And so being able to fit someone into my life and seeing like time management, what needs to wait, how can I spend, a Sunday getting a lot of work done so that Friday and Saturday I can go out and do things. That's been a big challenge for me. I'm definitely getting better at it, but it's taking some work. So why I want it? Because it's worth it. And the reward, if achieved, is having a partner in this life I've built. Okay, so goal number 5, we are switching categories again. And this goal wasn't actually a goal that I set up in my annual goals because I didn't have the space for it. Oh, wait, I forgot that I wanted to include some relationship things over here. So we're going to write relationship. One idea I have is to set a weekly date. Now, I am seeing this person more than once a week. However, what's been happening is on Sunday or Monday, we'll both be like, okay, what does your week look like? But I was thinking, if we're both able to maybe choose a specific day a week, let's say Wednesday, and know that on Wednesdays, neither of us are going to make other plans, that may be helpful because as I'm making my plans for the week and he's making his plans for the week, neither of us know what the other person's schedule looks like. So maybe choosing a specific day it's right on a specific day might be helpful. And then research, fun, spring events, ways to do more things outside, because that always makes me happy, unless I have allergies. But anything being outside and getting fresh air makes me happy. All right, so back to goal number 5 for the quarter is going to be home. Home is not a goal that I set. However, this last 3 months focusing on this project I was working on, being out a lot because of a new relationship and just life getting busy, I feel like my house, more specifically my office and my kitchen, have kind of like become crazy zones. My kitchen is clean, but it is not organized the way that I want to. I've now been in my house 9-10 months. June will be a year, so 9 months. And I unpacked everything really quickly within like 2 days. But now that I'm living in the home and using the kitchen, I feel like my needs are different. So I've really been wanting to reset my kitchen and go through even my bedroom, my clothes. But the main area that has kind of taken a back seat and definitely a beating for me not being around is my office, which is ironic because my office is where I spend more time than I do anywhere else in my home. And it's the room that stresses me out the most. So goal number 5, we're going to call this spring home organization or organizing and reset. Why I want it is because I feel overwhelmed in my office and my kitchen, and also deciding what to wear, because I feel like my closet is mostly comfy clothes because I work from home and I am usually just in comfortable clothes. Reward, if achieved, is going to be serenity in my space. Okay, now the way we are going to map this out is home, and we'll list out the areas and what needs to be done. So my office, what needs to be done as I'm turning my head and looking around my office is going to be get rid of all boxes, donations, only essentials in here. And what I mean by that is I have a den, which is on the next level down. It's 5 stairs down, that I have a massive walk-in closet in the den. And I really want to move most of what's in my office down there so that my walls around me in my office are more clear and the space is more clear, and I only have in here what I absolutely need to touch and access every single day. My kitchen, we're going to declutter and reorganize. And my bedroom, go through, close. And then also I want to note my garage, which has been on my list for a while. However, it's been too cold to be in the garage, but I'm going to write donate furniture. I have a lot of furniture in my garage that I brought from my apartment when I moved here. And I was like, oh, we're just gonna put it in the garage for now because maybe I'll need it. And now that I've been here 9 months, I know that I don't need any of these things. So when I'm pulling my car in the garage at night, I'm like side walking to be able to get into the house because there are so many things on the sides of the garage. And I'd really just like for my garage to be more open again. So I'm feeling really good about these 3-month goals. I feel like there's a lot of different areas of my life. I have my health, I have my finances, I have my business, I have my relationship, and I have my home. Those are really strong areas where if I can achieve these goals, I'll feel so much better all around. So hopefully this gave you some ideas about, maybe you don't have the exact same goals, but how to break them down, how to look at different areas of your life and wonder where are those pain points and how can I improve them. So we will have this planner linked below. I love the ability to set annual goals and also 3-month goals. Please do make sure you give this video a thumbs up and that you're subscribed to our channel and you have your notifications turned on because we have a lot of fun, more videos ahead. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, and we will see you next time.